Good afternoon, everyone. This is your captain speaking. Get ready for takeoff. Today, we're flying into the territory of United Healthcare Health Insurance. That is our destination today. So we're going to talk about America's reaction to what happened to him today. So buckle up. This is going to be good. Normally, I don't do video reactions to headlines. Every time a news thing pops up on the news, I know other YouTubers, they jump on every news article. That's not me. I could just get clicks, but I only jump on articles that I'm passionate about. This one is one of them. I lost my mom to diabetes. I lost my wife to muscular dystrophy. I myself have got vision problems. And so Americans are wanting universal health care. And so I've been watching some of these reactions to the what happened to the United Healthcare CEO. That's what we're talking about today. Now, all of your YouTubers are following a single narrative. And I understand. I get it. I totally understand. But the problem is they're focusing their anger on the man instead of the industry as a whole. And my thoughts and prayers go to the wife and children of this man. I mean, I lost my wife. I know what it's like to lose a loved one. You know, I lost my mother. I nearly lost my dad about a month ago. Yeah, came this close. He had a stroke. My brother had a stroke not too long ago. I nearly lost my brother. So I get it. I understand how it feels to lose a loved one. I understand people's frustrations with the healthcare system. It's a fraud. It's a scam. I'm with you 100% on that. I think we need some kind of universal healthcare system. I think every American should have access to good healthcare. But here's my take on it. So part of the problem with the healthcare system, and I guess I'm going to pull the microphone a little bit closer. Now that sounds a little bit better. So part of the problem we're having, maybe other YouTubers aren't talking about this. Like I said, my thoughts and prayers to the wife and kids of this man. He's a man. He's a human being. I lost a loved one too. So we should pray for that man's family. I don't think he deserved to die. I don't condone violence and murder in any way. Was this man perfect? No, he's flawed. I'm flawed. I'm full of mistakes, full of flaws. And even Almighty God has mercy on me, no matter what. So, you want to be angry, be angry. Be angry at the system. Because even though this man was the CEO of the company, there's nothing much he can do. He is governed by the board of directors who are governed by their shareholders. That's me. And that's millions of Americans who directly or indirectly have Roth IRAs. Mine's with Fidelity. And it's tied to part of the portfolios in pharmacy, medicine, healthcare, food, the tech industry. So my portfolio is divided up. And so what I'm saying is I'm part of the problem because the company Fidelity, which manages my portfolio, they invest in all kinds of companies. I'm just trying to get you to understand the bigger picture here. So that CEO has to answer to companies like BlackRock, Blackstone, Fidelity, who answer to people like me, who have their Roth IRAs tied up, or their 401ks or pensions tied up, So There's more going on here than meets the eye. It's not as simple as black and white. I'm just trying to get everybody to understand what's really going on. Yeah, the healthcare system is a scam. People pay for healthcare, they're not getting it. And I hear these people, these TikTokers, now you gotta understand, you gotta take what they say with a grain of salt. This is TikTok. Now I understand people are angry, but they're taking their anger out on this man instead of taking the anger out on the system. This man personally didn't do anything to you. They say, well, he in a sense, he condoned murder. He murdered all these people. Did he? Or did the system do it? They say 30% of the people get denied health care. Well, what are we talking about here? A bump on the knee? You have to go to the emergency room? Of course those are going to be denials. It's not a life and death situation. Are there people that fall through the cracks? Absolutely. That happens every day in every system. Even in the legal system, there are people that fall through the cracks. The financial system, people fall through the cracks. The educational system, Johnny can't read, people fall through the cracks. This happens all the time. I'm just trying to shed some light on this whole situation. People are going gung-ho. They're doing TikTok reactions and these other YouTubers, that's how they get their clicks. I'm just trying to be a little more human about it, a little more sincere, trying to add a little bit that maybe they're not adding because all they're doing is TikTok reactions. And these TikTok reactions are pretty extreme. They do that to get clicks. They want to be as extreme as possible, as angry as possible to get clicks, to get people fired up, get them lit. And it's gaslighting in a way. And that's what they're doing. Instead of taking a step back, looking at the whole situation, yeah, the situation is broken. The system is broken. It needs to be fixed. We need universal health care. I agree. Here's another problem that are not being talked about by other YouTubers. That's why I want this video to be different from what all the other content creators are putting out there. I'm hoping that I could say something that no one else is saying. Differentiate myself. We have a labor shortage. We have a shortage of doctors and nurses right now. We have an aging population. A lot of our population's on all kinds of medicines. The morbidly obese. Obesity is half the population. Have you been to the grocery store lately? There's so many people on so many medications and so unhealthy, both physically and mentally. It's overwhelming the system. My eye doctor, I'll give you an example. I have to see the eye doctor tomorrow. I think they're going to dilate my eyes or whatever. I got these floaters going on. I don't have the money for eye surgery, which could cost thousands that I don't have. So I get it. I get it. So here's the thing. We have an unhealthy population. Not enough doctors and nurses. My eye doctor, I made the appointment 3 months ago. Just to get an appointment took 3 months. Just to see the eye doctor. And then there's people that point out, they point out, well, Germany, the Netherlands, Amsterdam, they have it better than we do. Well, do they? So every time they list, well, they get free healthcare over there. Well, what are their tax rates? Across the board, in Germany, for instance, across the board, it's 40%. Whether you make 10,000 euros or 100,000 euros. Everybody pays 40% across the board, regardless of income. It's not 10% for the low income and 40% for the upper income. No, it's 40% across the board for everybody. Rich or poor, doesn't matter. You could be the richest German and the poorest German, but you pay the same tax rate. That's what pays for it. 40%, and you don't get tax returns. You don't get earned income tax credits. We're the only country that does that. So they're paying 40% across the board income tax, rich or poor. And that pays for free college, free health care. But how long does it take to see a doctor over there? Could be months. Like for me, it took 3 months. That's here in America. A small town here. There's a shortage of doctors. There's not enough doctors and nurses to go around. There's a labor shortage going on. We have a very unhealthy population putting huge strains and demands on the healthcare system. So do people get denied healthcare? Absolutely. This has been going on for decades. This is not a new thing. But what about the 70%? They say 30% of the people get denied healthcare, according to the stats I'm seeing on these rants. What about the 70% that got approved? And the 30% that didn't get approved, what is it? A bump on the knee? A cough, cold, sniffle? Nothing life-threatening. Sure, there are some life-threatening things that go on. Absolutely. They can't approve everything that comes across their desk. The healthcare system would go broke. There wouldn't be any money. We don't have enough taxpayers. That's another problem we're having. The government's having to print money, causing inflation and devaluing the dollar. So I'm just trying to shed some light and tell you some things you may not be hearing from these other content creators. You know, everyone has certain facts they present. They present a certain narrative. I get it. You're angry. Yeah, the system's broken. It needs to be fixed. So don't take your anger out on this man's wife and kids. They didn't do anything to you. You should be praying for this wife and kids, sending your condolences, and showing support for them. But we have lost our soul. And everyone's just so angry. They're angry at her too. What did she do? What did his kids do? It's Christmas. They just lost their dad. She lost a husband. So be angry, but be angry at the system. No problem being angry at the system. Americans have a right to be angry, but they're all going over the same talking points. The 30% that got rejected. I like to look at the 70% that got accepted. What about all the lives that United Healthcare has saved? Well, if you're trying to put the blame on the man, I don't blame the man, good or bad. He's an employee of the company, and he's just a cog in the wheel. Because, like I said, he answers to a board of directors. That answers to people like me. Well, they answer to my finance, the trust company that my Roth IRA goes through. So you got to look at who are the investors. Well, there's millions of them. People like me who put their money in Fidelity to run their Roth, and they invest in all these companies. And I don't agree with profits for people. I'm just trying to get everybody to calm down a little bit. We're going to play a couple of TikTok rants. We're already up to 14 minutes. And another thing that's happening, we need to do... let's get into some of these rants, because I need to react, because some of these rants are just unbelievable. And the killer? Oh my God, they're turning him into a hero. I can see why. I get it. I understand. I get it. He's going to be the next Jeremy Meeks. Women are hot for him. They want to marry him. And sadly enough, no jury is going to convict this killer. I don't think so. Are we allowed to laugh when a CEO dies? No. No. No, we're not. We can laugh when the system gets corrected and it dies, not the man. The system. But the man is supposed to represent the system. He's the CEO. We talk, and it's another video for another day, but people also talk about wealth inequality, but they never talk about the $100 million football player. We point fingers at CEOs. Oh, they make so much money and they're so rich. What about all the rich celebrities out of touch with the American people? What about all the football players and rock stars and movie stars? Even content creators like Mr. Beast. You know he just does all that charity just for the camera. Nobody talks about the $100 million football player. Just saying. Well, what are people saying? Because I think people are really angry, and they have a right to be angry. Absolutely they do. So, again, I'm just trying to relax. I'm not trying to be over sensational here. But you want to see some sensationalism? Let's play the first one. I'm gonna turn it around. I want you to see her. Let's see if we can go to full screen here. Do full screen, and let's play her.
That's it. Nothing incriminating. No fingerprints. No personal items. Just a jacket and Monopoly money.
Oh yeah, the Monopoly money. That's crazy.
CEO point blank in the middle of New York City with a bullet that had deny, depose, defend written on it, and then he left his backpack for them to find with nothing but a jacket and Monopoly money in it. This is like if the Joker and the Riddler combined their forces for good. I'm in love with this man.
Oh man.
Absolutely insane about Monopoly money. That's a message. That's gotta be a message. How is that?
Monopoly money. Yeah, I heard about that.
This man is leaving a trail of breadcrumbs, and not a single one of them is incriminating. And
They think he's a hero.
I am here for it.
I don't know why, though, the entire internet immediately
Here's another
gathered
one.
to celebrate the United Healthcare CEO getting shot. Immediately, there was no discussion. They're like, hell yeah, screw that guy. I'm not gonna lie, at first I thought it was kind of fucked up. I was like, that's a human being, bro. Like, he has a family. But then I just went into a coffee shop, and I saw a poster for a GoFundMe for the owner of the coffee shop to get a cancer surgery because the insurance company wouldn't pay for it.
That's sad. That's true though.
Yeah,
The system's broken.
Like the fact that there's a health tab on the website that's supposed to raise money to send little Johnny to like astronaut camp is all you need to know.
So apparently some little snitch street
Oh, there's another one.
tracked the assassin's city bike and posted it on the internet. Like, you must have been the kid in school who reminded the teacher about the homework.
I saw the United Healthcare CEO was taken out, and I was going to give my condolences, but then I remembered that my mom and dad's chemotherapy alone is $50,000 a month. So my condolences are out of service.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to part 2.
See this chart? These are the chart for all the denials.
People are united here on social media. Let's get it.
Okay. So people are angry. Boy, are they angry. And the anger is going on both sides of the aisle. I mean, really. This is sensationalism all the way. Because I think people are fed up with the whole, and it's Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians, Independents. It's everybody. It's everyone. Everyone's on the same page on this. And I think a revolution is getting ready to happen on a major scale. I think we're going to have universal health care. How we get there, that's what everybody's going to argue over. Everybody agrees we have to have it. Something's gone wrong. And I'm just trying to explain how we have a labor shortage. We don't have enough skilled doctors and nurses to take care of the aging population that we have. We don't. Just me getting in to see my eye doctor, 3 months. It's overwhelming the system. So somebody has to get denied, and I think that's part of the problem. The whole problem is more complicated than people realize, and that's what I'm trying to tell you here, how complicated it actually is. And this woman saying, well, I'd send my condolences, but my parents are out, like she said, all this money. Again, let's not put the blame on the man. Put the blame on the system. Because karma's a bitch. God is sitting there going, you people are just as bad as the man you're pointing fingers at. You're accusing him of murder, you're a murderer by laughing at it and clapping at it and celebrating it. You're just as bad as the man who pulled... Really? We need to change the system. United Healthcare, 32% denial rates. Claim denial rates, insurance company. 32%. Now, how many of those denials are just bumps on the knee? Some of them life-threatening? Yes. People fall through the cracks all the time. I'm just trying to bring a different perspective that other YouTubers and content creators aren't doing. I just have this, when I go on camera, I have this need to be honest and legit with people. I'm just trying to talk to you. I'm trying, not trying to be sensational. I could have made a sensational video. I mean, people are pissed. They should be, rightfully so. When people are denied health care, and everyone's getting on this bandwagon. And most people have friends and family who have gone through the system and not got the health care they needed. That's a fact. Everybody you know has been through the system and seeing how broken it is. And it's not just broken, it's overwhelmed. Let's play some more reactions.
Into the video.
I'm sorry about his family. I'm sure that they're heartbroken. The rest of us are not heartbroken, which is, it's surreal to even say as a human being. We're all fighting here, tooth and nail, to try to pay our medical debt, even though we already pay insurance. And
Yeah.
the board members could give two shits. That board meeting went on as planned. They, oh, what happened to Brian? Where did Brian not make it out of the hotel? Yeah, I'm not speaking out of line because I have had United Healthcare for the past 5 years for me and my sons. $120 a week out of my check for this insurance, and I still have all these bills that I can't pay. I've had creditors call me. Oh, you owe for this your back surgery 3 years ago. Your $80,000 back surgery. They're still sending me bills. Life-saving treatments, medications, therapies are not being covered by you.
Yeah, my late wife had to have back surgery, $100,000. She's not wrong about that, and yeah, she's getting bills. She's paying for a service she's not getting. People have a right to be angry. They have a right to be pissed. I totally get it. I'm just saying, stop being angry at the man and be angry at the system. The system needs to be changed. We need to tell the incoming president this has to change. We need to work together as a country. I think people are uniting on this cause because everybody agrees. But how we get there? Would you like to see your income taxes doubled? That's what it's going to cost. Money's got to come from somewhere. Because that's what these European countries are doing. Every time someone puts this chart up there of all these countries that have free health care, they're not telling you the flip side of it. How much they're paying in taxes to pay for that. Its tax rates are high, and they don't get tax returns. They don't get earned income tax credit. You don't get any of that, but you get your health care. And what kind of health care are they getting? actually talked to any Brits or Germans or people in Sweden? Have you talked to any of them? Not the upper middle class. I mean the people on the ground, boots on the ground, regular people, everyday people that go to work every day in Munich or every day in Stockholm or Iceland, wherever they're at, whatever country they're in. These are developed countries I'm talking about, who should have really good healthcare systems. Switzerland, Ireland, Italy, Rome is in Italy, but they've got to have a good healthcare system. But what is it costing the people? Have you talked to the people over there? Well, we have universal healthcare, but 50% is taken out in income taxes. In Germany, it's 40%. I know because I watched a German channel. She was going over all the... and then there are pitfalls that Americans don't realize. The people that are pitching universal healthcare kind of leave that part out. I'm not leaving that part out. I just want you to be aware of what it's going to cost you, what you're going to have to give up to have universal healthcare. You'll have to give up your earned income tax credits, your tax returns. You're going to have your more money taken out of your check you can't afford to lose. Your income taxes could be doubled or tripled in some cases. Double, triple your income taxes. Can you afford that? Versus what it would cost you for surgery? I just want you to think about that for a second. Putting that out there. No tax returns, your income taxes are doubled, but you'll have health care. Oh, you'll have college education too. Because in Germany they throw that in there, but only at participating state-sponsored colleges, not the private ones. I think Feli from Germany said that in the private ones, the state will give you a voucher, but you got to pay the difference. So yeah, you get free college education, but only at state colleges and participating universities. And the private ones, you'll get a voucher, but you got to pay the rest. Got to pay the difference. Because you chose to go to a private one. It's like you can go to MSU for free or OTC, but if you want to go to Drury, the state will give you a voucher and you got to pay the difference if you want to go to Drury or Mizzou. You know what I'm saying? Drury is a private college here in Springfield. So, like I said, these people are angry. I can go over TikTok reaction after TikTok reaction endlessly. I may have to do another video just to respond to these TikTokers, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to end, this is part one. We're going to end part one. And like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, share. I'm just trying to get you to see things a little differently about what's going on here. There's a bigger picture with the shareholders and investors. I'm with Fidelity because I have a Roth IRA. So the problem isn't that simple to fix. I'm just trying to get you to see the bigger picture. That's all. I'm trying to say things that other content creators aren't saying. That's what differentiates me from them. Otherwise, I'd be just another echo chamber, copycat content creator creating slop content, just repeating the narrative that this other 500 other YouTubers have already said. You're not hearing anything different. When you watch me, you're going to hear different take on the whole situation. That's all. And unlike the others, I'm going to say, pray for this man's wife, pray for his kids, and I want to give his kids a good Christmas. So, let's get rid of that hate for this man and his family. If you're going to hate on something, hate on the system itself. It's not a person, it's a system. It's all set up. And I don't know how to fix it. Well, this is the end of this video. We're going to do part 2 and it's just mostly TikTok reactions because some of them are really funny. So part 2 is total TikTok, and we're gonna respond to what these people are saying. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.